Owl fans, welcome to this week's edition of Hootie Who. I'm your host, Jeremy the Impact York from Impact Media. This is our weekly dive into the world of Owls football, rugby, and ice hockey. Lots and lots to get to as always. But first, I want to tell you guys if you want to follow the show, you can go to our YouTube channel, impact underscore media underscore, and find all our amazing shows there. If you just want to watch the Hootie Who's, you can just click on those. There's all kinds of other content there as well. We're going to be adding a lot more soon. If you want to catch me on all the social medias, the Impact 99 will find this guy everywhere that all the social medias are. It's a good place to find the links, just to see the kind of stuff we're up to, because we're always doing something. Got stuff this weekend too. Other than that, you can go to all the social medias and find the ice hockey team, the football team, and of course the men's and women's rugby team on all of those. They are great follows. They always put up everything they're doing, a lot of highlights, a lot of stuff like that. They're really good follows, informative. So let's get into let's start with hockey, right? Let's start with hockey. For those who don't know, I am the play-by-play commentator for the home games for YouTube. And as some of you learned this time around, if you live comment the live stream, I will comment back. And that's not a bad thing. Got to say hey to you guys, got some corrections on how to say some names for the opposing players. Love it. Love it. And actually realized that the head coach was not at the game and out of town and was watching the live stream. So, shout out Coach Kyle. Appreciate that. So they played this past Friday and Saturday night. My voice was hanging on both nights. And luckily, thanks to Jesus, thank you, Jesus, that it held up. Was able to call some incredible games. Friday night, our Owls, they took on Ole Miss. Wasn't Ole Miss. They took on Austin Peay. I got the wrong sheet in front of me. They took on Austin Peay, who is actually a pretty good squad. Don't have his name in front of me, so unfortunately, their goalie Dylan was fantastic. He had, I don't know, felt like 100 saves both nights. He did give up 20 goals in two games, but man, he faced so many shots. It was, and when I say 100, that's an actual number. That's not me embellishing that very much if I am. He faced tons and tons of shots from the Owls and was able to make the most of it and have a pretty solid performance other than that. Like I said, the Owls did score 9 in game 1. They scored 11 in game 2 on Saturday. Did get a little chippy, and the rule is if you fight or if you believe you are given the gate, as I call it, asked to leave early, nice way to put it, then you are suspended the following game. So this coming up week, as they will take on next week. They are off this week. Next week, which we will talk more about next week also, they will be at University of Alabama. Is it Birmingham? I think UAB is in, that sounds right. They'll be at UAB November 15th and 16th. That's next Friday and next Saturday. People that were given the gate would be Daniel Cottonmar. I'll defend Daniel a little bit, and then we'll get into the other two. I'll defend Daniel a little bit. He got tangled up with a guy. This was all after the same play. He got tangled up with a guy. The guy was encroaching upon him. I'm not just defending our guy here. I heard what he said and kind of what I saw too. And so he grabs the guy and kind of brings him to the ground. never threw a punch, anything like that. So I don't know. I understand why you gave him the gate there, but hopefully they were able to review that and appeal that. And Daniel might play this week. Need to reach out to him and see. Um, other than him, it was Christian Sousa was um, also one, I believe, and or was it? I don't remember now. Oh no, Jaden Price. Sousa did something else that he had to answer to the assistant coach about. The assistant coach being his dad and a good friend of mine through some other avenues. Um, other than that, it was I think it was Bradley. No, it wasn't Burton. It was I don't remember the other one, but it might be one. It was like one of the nicest guys on the whole dang team. But it was just because Austin Peay was getting chippy and they had just had enough, and they just decided that's just what they're going to do. That's just what they're going to do. So, I mean, we had goals from James Kravis. We had goals from Chris Scott. We have goals from Sebastian Zamborski. I got to see, they call it the Michigan goal, but it's the lacrosse style goal. Um, got to see one of those from Zamborski, and I mean, just it is incredible to watch. I mean, just imagine you're sitting there calling a pretty competitive game, which it was. I believe we were up 7-1 or something at that point. And no, this was earlier. This might be 4-1. Uh, Sebastian goes along behind the net. He gets around behind the net. And it's just like a split second. It's like he goes, like, just realizes, hey, here's what the goalie looked like. Literally, this was his view of the goalie. Hopefully, I didn't just randomly disappear there. That was his view of the goalie. So he goes, you know what? Whoop, pop that one in. We get to see, yeah, because all three of his goals. That was goal number one from him. He got a hat trick that night. Goal number two was the tap in where he got a rebound down below, down near the edge of the goal, and then three was the sniper shot. Zamborski is a freshman, by the way, guys, and most of the time is on one of the top two lines. Kid can play. He also got ejected for a little bit of fisticuffs after a play. So he was actually down next to us. Him and the guy that he got tangled up with actually spent the rest of the game kind of chatting it up right outside the gate. So no ill will. Just is what it is there. Our resident, I keep calling him Sean Avery, but Ashton Nolte scores too much to be Sean Avery. He might be Brad Marchand. He might be the Marshy of this group, because he is an absolute ass, and he can score. I mean, he very regularly has a couple points a night, and usually a couple penalty points, penalty minutes as well. But as I tell people, he's on the side I'm cheering for, so I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because it seems like the other team just doesn't have an answer for it. At some point, somebody will stand up and do something, but yeah, not anytime soon. Um, what else am I gonna say? I've got to see Connor Lackley in goal a handful of times now. Or a couple of times. I've gotten to see Alex Webb or Webby in goal a couple of times, and it's 1A, 1B. It's, I mean, if I'm the other team, I wouldn't want to have to go against either one of them. And kind of the way it goes, it's crazy. It's crazy how good they are. Um, this team just continues to impress and do some great things. And I believe they've only lost one game to Tech all year. So they should be like 7-1. They're looking really good. Like I said, this week they got UAB, or next week they got UAB. We'll talk more about that on next week's Hootie Who. Let's get into football. Football kind of had the week off because they played last Tuesday, and we talked about that on the show. This week, actually tomorrow, 4 p.m. on ESPN Plus, they are going to face UTEP. Let's do a little history, geography, vocabulary lesson for everybody. UTEP, the University of Texas, El Paso. Yep, it's the branch of the University of Texas that is in El Paso, Texas. Everybody got that? We were playing against El Paso, Texas. Okay, it's actually a hotbed for hockey for people who don't know. I'll say it again. There are wins still on the board, still on the schedule this year for Kennesaw. Just like I said about Liberty, I think UTEP is one of them. I think UTEP is a win. I think you use the run game to control the clock. You play great defense, and you get timely passing when you need it. And special teams continue to be spectacular. And I think we're getting another win. I think we're getting our next win. I'll say right now, I think we're doing our next win. I look forward to watching. Not sure if we'll live tweet. We'll try to figure that out. If we do, check our social medias. It would be on our X, the Impact 99. But I will make some sort of announcement if I'm going to. We may just watch the game and enjoy it like you guys. Who knows? I got an awesome birthday party for a cool little girl that is more like family than a friend. So depending on when I get out of that, as to if I'm watching this live and if we live tweet, but we'll get into that. And happy early birthday, Charlie. It'd be good to celebrate with you and all the friends and family. Good group. All right, let's talk a little rugby. What has women's rugby done lately? They've had a pretty solid year. They made the conference tournament. They proceeded to make it to the semifinals, where they won the semifinals and then played in the finals. And they won the finals. They are the conference champions. Congratulations, women. They are the conference champions. That doesn't get old saying. The Owls women's rugby team are the conference champion. Conference champion. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now they move on to regionals, and they need some help. There's a GoFundMe set up, and when we are done with this show, I'm probably going to go on there and throw down some ducats to help these ladies out. Go to their YouTube page. Just look for Kennesaw State Women's Rugby. I promise you'll find them. And throw down some ducats. It ain't got to be a bunch, but they need some help and mostly travel expenses and things like that of getting to regionals, because if they want the conference championship, they just might win regionals. So go help these ladies out. Go to their GoFundMe. In fact, let's we got a screen over here. Can we get that looked up? We're going to look that up as we're going. Let's talk about men's rugby real quick. The men's rugby team, they took on Georgia Tech the other day. They've got a game this week against University of North Georgia. That will be Saturday at 1. I know I said I was going to try to make it to one of these games. Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Coach Matt will sure give me some crap for that, but we'll have Coach Matt on to talk about the season. But they faced Georgia Tech. How did they do against Georgia Tech? Georgia Tech got 3 points. Pretty good. They had a kick. Okay. And Kennesaw had 88. 88-3 against the Techies. 88-3. What? You know how hard it is to score 88 points in rugby? It's harder than scoring 3 points. My goodness. For a team that last year had issues finding the try zone, apparently in this game they had issues staying out of it. I mean, my goodness, they get they get applause too. Great job, man. Just absolutely great job. Where is there we go. All right. Great job. Like I said, they get University of North Georgia this weekend, 1 p.m. I believe at the field that is behind the away stands. That is where they were playing last year. Definitely go check them out. Tell Coach Matt you know the impact, and he will probably tell you to give me crap too. Coach Matt Eaton is a fantastic person, and you owe yourself a favor to go check out his team playing against North Georgia, and you owe yourself the chance to meet him. Great guy. Great guy. There it is. You can either look up Kennesaw State University women's rugby, or you can look up KSU WRFC. You got to get that. KSU WRFC. In fact, oh, where'd it go? Oh, kind of can't see it there. Okay. Well, we tried. But if you go to that, then there is a GoFundMe link on the page. Click that, go throw some ducats down, and help them out. Help them out. In fact, let's click on it now. Let's see how far along they were. They needed, I think, a couple $1,000s to make this work. And this is not so they can eat steak every night and take a charter bus. No, I'm pretty sure that they're renting like the equivalent of an Econoline van and going down. Um, they are a little more than halfway to their goal. So go check it out. I don't know how long it is going to be on here, but they are trying to get to the regionals in Virginia. And hey, I'll throw you under the bus for this. The school's probably not kicking in a lot, even though they got a chance to bring home a championship. School's probably not giving them a lot of money. What you gonna do about it, Kennesaw? You should help these ladies out because you definitely could help them either meet their goal or you could help them a little bit along the way. And there's nothing illegal about giving money to your student like that. There's no, don't try to hide behind some, well, you're supposed to, well, no. You could help these girls out. You could help these ladies out. And I implore that you do. Well, that's going to do it for us this week. Shout out to all the amazing athletes with the ice hockey team, with the football team, with the men's and women's rugby team. Good luck to men's rugby against North Georgia this Saturday, tomorrow. Good luck to the women in the regionals in Virginia. Good luck to the football team tomorrow at 4 versus UTEP. Remember that, Texas, El Paso. And good luck to the hockey team because we have a tremendous crew. I'm going to shout out my crew once again. Like I said, I'm the play-by-play / color. You've got Connor Wheels on the camera. You've got Amy over on PA and DJ duties. Jessica's over there as well. And you have Hope, who is basically our executive producer / ringleader, who keeps it all going and going well. Myself and Wheels will tell you that without those amazing 3 women as part of our game day crew, it would be a lot harder to pull off what we pull off. So shout out to those amazing ladies. Shout out to Connor Wheels. We will see you guys in a couple weeks, I believe is the next home game. But until then, it's been another great edition of Hootie Hoot. We will see you guys next time. Deuces, gooses, go out.